Hi guys, this is JJ again, and welcome back. So today what I want to talk to you about is what I call R&R. R&R is rest and recovery. We use R&R in the military and it kind of means the same thing. Now, you might actually feel that you want to look better, you want to look like you did when you was younger, you want to feel like you did when you was younger, you want to train like you did when you was younger. What you got to understand is that this is where the recovery aspect comes in. It allows you to do that. And so that's what I want to talk about today. Now, what you got to understand there is that as we get older, we also need longer to recover. That's just a natural fact. Nothing wrong with that. In our combat aging, for example, when we use power, or when you use power training in what you do, we talked about that in the last video. I think it was the last one. And if you haven't seen that, then go back and take a look, because it was actually a very important topic. So when we use power training in our system, we only do that once or twice a week. And the reason for that is because in that particular type of training mode, you need more recovery. Okay? So depending on how hard you're working, that's going to depend on how much recovery that you actually need. So I don't mean that you need 3 or 4 days recovery if you're doing, let's say, walking, or you're doing something that doesn't actually challenge you a lot physically. In other words, it doesn't feel that hard. Walking, jogging, whatever it is in relation to you, because obviously intensity is relative to each individual. But the easier the activity is, the shorter that you can take to recover, because you haven't really hit it hard enough. But if you hit it hard, then we are looking at things like the muscle to totally remodel itself and train itself, prepare itself for a better work over time. So what you're doing is you are creating a stimulus, if you like, and the result of that is that the body will try to improve itself so that you can be better at whatever it is you're doing. So, and that's where recovery obviously comes in, because without recovery, quite honestly, you will not have improvement. It's that simple. Okay, recovery comes in many forms. Recovery comes in things like taking a different type of activity. So you might do something different at a lower intensity. You can do that, mix that in. Again, it's relative, and it's certainly important for you to get enough sleep and other things that I talk about elsewhere in my combat aging system, and sleep is actually a very big one. But what you want to remember here, most importantly, is that if you don't use recovery properly, you are going to risk yourself to injury, you're going to risk safety. So without adequate recovery, you're going to be prone to injury, because we've got that overload principle and we haven't got enough time to see the body adapt itself to that so that it can go back and do more. Let's see now, one of the ways in which you can tell if you've had adequate recovery, especially with intensity activity, is you can take your resting heart rate every morning and see what the average is. And if you see that the heart rate has gone up, so it's elevated, then that won't be a good time to go in and do the same type of intensity again. So it probably means that the body still needs more recovery, and that's fine. So if you want more about this, because it's actually quite a big, very, very important topic for you, because it means the difference between improving and not improving, and that's obviously going to be key to your success, and to make sure that you are able to stay on your program to make for a much better youthful self. Put yes in the comments below, and I will send you an article or something that I've prepared for you to give you more about this particular topic. Anyway, guys, hope that helps, and see you next time.